Alright, ain't got a whole bunch to show, but just kind of taping this off here where I can spray this area with the rock guard to kind of mimic my undercoating. So just kind of taping it off. I probably have to run some tape around the edge of this here, and then put some plastic in here too, to keep any of it from getting in there on the stuff that I've already done. But down in wheel wells, had a couple areas like where I was connecting stuff to the wheel wells, if that makes sense. So, like brackets and stuff like that from the inside the trunk where the trunk lid brackets and stuff goes. So there's a couple, spot welds, not spot welds, but plug welds that I had done in the wheel wells. So I went ahead and just smeared a little plastic filler on them. Just you know what I'm saying. Just kind of hide them, because I was afraid that I sprayed that stuff in there, they would still show. And then I also need to put seam sealer in here before I spray that stuff on. So that's kind of where I'm at with it, just straightening up stuff before I go and spray the rock guard on. Not much underneath here to have to be done, so just left that alone. This is that area that I had replaced right here, and hello. So anyways, I had a few spots like right in here that I wanted to kind of straighten up with, the welds and stuff like that. The areas that look like spot welds, I'm not going to touch them. But up around here, I had some welding that I had to do up in here, and then a patch I put here. But I just don't want them, like I said, to show up after the rock guard is on. And the same way in this wheel well, just the areas where other parts of the car were connected. So that's where I'm at with it. And I had went online and ordered 4 cans of that rock guard in white from Napa, and my email come across and said working on your order. Then the email came across and said your order's ready, but it had a double in the price. And then I had another one come through, it said canceled. So I went down there to find out what was going on, and apparently they was out of the small cans that I had wanted, regular spray paint cans, like this size. And all they had was these larger cans of the same stuff. You can see how much bigger those cans are. But this is all they had in stock, and they wanted to charge me almost $90 more. But I've been dealing with them for so long. They was like, here, what we'll do is we'll cancel your online order, but you'll have to pay for these. And I was like, well, I'm not paying that much for them. I'll just cancel my order. And he said, no, we're going to give you those at the same price as the canceled ones. Oh, okay, that works. So I got 4 of the larger cans of rock panel chip guard. So I'm not going to complain. got 4 larger cans for the same price as the smaller cans. Alright, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Just trying to get this ready to put the old rock guard on. I have not pressed the bushings out of that yet. Working on it. I'll get to it. But I have been painting some of the other parts in that smoke gray look. I think it's going to be pretty cool up against the black, the way it's going to contrast. You can see the sway bar here, the other knuckle, and I got them other 2 pieces painted black. But that's kind of the sway bar up against the black. I think it's going to contrast and look pretty good in my opinion. It's like putting a model together. But this is just a supersized model. I'm not going for factory correct restoration. I'm not going for quite a resto mod, but I am going for nice. And then I think I showed you them. I got the stiffening brackets put on the bottom and got them in that smoke gray too. Just kind of letting them set and dry for a few days, because that rattle can stuff, it's not quite as durable. But I will put some clear on them. And I'm using the 2K clear. Where is it at? I think I know I got some. Oh, right there. So it's 2K Glamour Clear is what I'll be spraying on them when that time comes. Alright, I got a hell of a mess in here, man. Need to straighten up some of my new stuff that I bought for the car. Need to clean up in there and put my torches back, and then I also need to clean up this area out here. But it's been so hot, I ain't been really trying to get out here much. I had a lot of service calls today, so that kept me from coming out. And alright, that's where I'm at. It's actually decent in here tonight, 84. But shut it down and get out of here. Still working on stuff, and my all my bushings and tie rod ends and all that stuff's supposed to be here Thursday. So I'm hoping to have everything taken apart and ready to put the new bushings on when the time comes, when, maybe this weekend or something. Alright, I'm out of here. Okay, so this is kind of where I'm at with it. I almost got all the front end parts in paint. This is an epoxy primer. The steering link and the tie rod ends, which I got new ends for them. But anyways, I did get the body work done inside the wheel wells and got them recoated with epoxy in the ball headed spots. But I ordered some what do you call it, seam sealer from Amazon, and it showed up at the same time as my oil change for me and my wife's cars. We got our oil changes and our filters and everything ready. But anyway, so it showed up at the same time, and I grabbed the package and it felt pretty damn light to me, and sure enough opened up the envelope that it was in and pulled the box out of the envelope, opened the box. There was supposed to have been 2 tubes of seam sealer in it. Only thing that was in it was a pair of gloves. So I don't know what happened with that. Dum-dums or something. So that's what I'm waiting on. I need to put some seam sealer in this. And then once the... Oh, sorry, got people sneaking up on me, it sounds like. Anyways, seam sealer, and then I can put that rock guard inside of here. But anyway, so like I said, I got all new ball joints, tie rod ends, and then I ordered them upper and lower control arm bushings, and then I didn't realize it when I got them they were red. I don't want the red ones, I wanted the black ones. So they let me ship them back to them. I shipped them back and told them to go ahead and order me the black ones, but they're not in stock. So now I'm waiting on those. I was able to go ahead and get the rock guard on these sections up front here. This will be done under the fenders too, once I get the fenders all scraped up, cleaned up, and repaired on the sheet metal and everything, stripped, put in epoxy primer. I will be doing the backs of those with this rock guard too. As you can see, the rock guard is almost the same color that the car is going to be. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of a off-white. But that's the texture that I'm shooting for. So I put 2 regular coats on, and then the third coat I stood back, I don't know, probably 2 foot and sprayed to get that texture on there. So anyways, got that side done. Got this side done. And that's where I'm at with that. So this is one more step bit closer to actually getting some paint in the engine bay and on the bottom of the car, so I can move on with that. And I'm so tired of saying that, because I didn't think it was going to be drug out this long, but it is. It happens. Being the dog days of summer out here and everything, it's just I can't get motivated to come out when it's 95 degrees all day long. So it had a 104, 105 heat index, and then 90 degrees at night in here, humid as can be. I'm thankful that I'll be getting all this done during these hot days, so when I finally do get the suspension under it and get it flipped over and set back on the jack stands, and I can start doing the body work, it'll probably be cooler out here, and then I'll be able to come out and spend more time working on the body, which hopefully goes super quick. Alright, just wanted to show you that. That's the rock guard. That's kind of what I was explaining to you all before. I just like that better. I think it looks better and be more of a show quality, in my opinion, because I will be painting that same color as the car. The only difference is the rest will be shiny, and this won't. It'll be textured. Alright, I'm out.